like for you to imagine walking into a pet store where you find what you believe is the world's most perfect puppy, their little nose pressed against the glass, tail wagging in excitement when you approach to greet it, eager to play with you. You feel an immense sense of joy to become its new owner and its savior from its confinement. But have you ever imagined where it came from and the nightmare its mother may be forced to live in? Chances are that puppy came from a mother whose sole purpose in life is to breed continuously in vile conditions until her body can't anymore and is finally discarded. The place she is forced to live, or rather, hardly live, out her days is called a puppy mill, and I strongly believe that these places should be banned nationally, especially under the conditions they are allowed to operate in today. As stated by author Ivy Collier, puppy mills are large, usually filthy facilities that are commonly found in rural areas where puppies are bred in large numbers and usually sold to pet stores via brokers. Dogs are often kept in small, often severely unsanitary confinements, and veterinary care is minimal or altogether non-existent. The welfare of the puppies and their mothers in these puppy mills are far from prioritized. The only priority of these puppy mills is profit. According to the ASPCA, in puppy mills, female dogs are bred at every opportunity with little to no recovery time between litters. When after a few years they are physically depleted to the point that they no longer can reproduce, breeding females are often killed. A study conducted by the Humane Society Veterinary Medical Association has found that in the United States today, there are over 10,000 puppy mills that provide nearly 100% of the dogs sold in pet stores and directly to consumers online and through newspaper ads. According to Animal Rescue Corps, a typical puppy mill operator keeps dogs in small wire hutches inside sheds with no temperature control or outdoors with insufficient protection from harsh natural elements. In some cases, their matting and confinement are so extreme that their painful mats become entangled into the wire cage, pinning the dog in one spot. Also, according to Animal Rescue Corps, some dogs endure a process called debarking, having portions of their vocal cords painfully removed to reduce the noise of their incessant pleas for help and attention. Here I have some images depicting the conditions of inside of a puppy mill. In the world of puppy mills, weak regulations and enforcements are the normal. USDA licensing standards are minimal and inspections are infrequent or non-existent. Puppies from puppy mills have become the normalized market by flooding it. Ethical breeders who do prioritize investing into health testing and animal care are essentially undercut. Emotional distress on the new owners is inevitable because more often than not, puppies from mills come with severe health problems that result in expensive veterinary care. We all live in a world where most people feel a deep need for the companionship of a pet, making it easy to impulsively purchase one from someone who falsely markets themselves as a responsible breeder and is reality sourcing their animals via puppy mills. As stated by the Wisconsin Humane Society, unsuspecting consumers often obtain puppies facing an array of immediate veterinary problems or harboring genetic diseases that do not appear until years later. Such medical problems can be a financial hardship on the dog's family. Dr. Frank McMillan, a veterinarian who was formerly the director of well-being studies at Best Friends Animal Society, has found that puppy mill dogs are born and raised into extremely stressful environments. In fact, they endure so much stress that their psychological functioning is severely impaired. They have difficulty interacting with people, make limited eye contact, have poor attention spans, and can have trouble socializing with other dogs. Those challenges can plague dogs for their entire lives. It is up to us to become aware of the dangers of puppy mills and how they operate, to avoid unknowingly supporting these businesses that will so eagerly devastate many aspects of our lives for a quick dollar. People who defend or don't view puppy mills as entirely bad often argue from a perspective of consumer demand, agricultural framing, or skepticism toward animal rights groups. They may view commercial breeding as a legitimate business that provides affordable pets and supports rural economies rather than what it is. Puppy mills are an issue of animal cruelty and are beyond inhumane. Arguing otherwise is highly delusional and unethical at best. The only way puppy mills will be effectively eliminated is through policy reform. This is through bans on retail sales, the closure of licensing loopholes, stronger inspection standards, and enforceable penalties that are currently not the reality. It is strongly evident self-regulation has failed to protect these animals for decades. Pet stores should be prohibited from selling puppies sourced from large-scale commercial breeders. Instead, they should partner with animal shelters and rescues for adoption events. Prohibiting pet stores from sourcing their pets from puppy mills will essentially cut off the mill's highest volume and easiest sale channel. According to ASPCA, local level laws are critical to reducing the demand for cruelly sourced puppies. By limiting where puppy mills can sell their dogs, we can limit their ability to profit from cruelty and improve the lives of thousands of dogs. The USDA also makes it too easy to get a license to commercially breed under the Animal Welfare Act. An analysis of licensing inspections conducted by ASPA shows that failing an inspection means so little to the USDA that when a facility fails, the USDA will tell them what to fix and they will conduct a second inspection that same day. This is regardless of any apparent extensive and severe disregard for the care of the animals kept at these facilities. That is clearly impossible to fix within a few hours. Many commercial breeders are actually exempt from these inspections. It is clear this loophole needs to be closed because it allows the worst offenders to avoid any federal oversight. There also needs to be an increase to how often licensed breeding facilities are inspected and raise the current minimum welfare standards inspectors check for cage size, vet care access, exercise, and sanitation. The USDA should also impose meaningful penalties for violations and replace small fines, often just absorbed as a cost of doing business. With escalating penalties like license revocation, animal seizure, and criminal liability for repeat or severe violations, as we all know, a lack of fitting consequences won't change behavior. However, seizing animals, revoking licenses, and dishing out criminal charges for repeat violations will remove a mill's ability to remain operative. Above all, consumer awareness of where exactly pets have been sourced, along with the refusal to support puppy mills by adopting from animal shelters and rescues instead, will reduce the demand for cruelly bred animals. In time, the market will be eradicated. With these changes, animal welfare is clearly prioritized over profit. According to ASPCA, close to 300 U.S. cities and counties have passed retail pet sales ban legislation. California and Maryland made history in 2017 and 2018, respectively, as the first states to do so. This is wonderful news that I am elated and proud to share of our home state, but there's still so much that needs to be done. With the enactment of these changes, it's easy to picture a world where no family unknowingly brings home a puppy already carrying a lifetime of preventable illness due to their mother spending her entire life in a cage of filth the size of half a bathtub. Despite not being our current reality, that world isn't out of reach. It's one piece of legislation and a choice to adopt, not shop away. To conclude, I implore my listeners to actively seek to participate in any battle meant to end puppy mills allowed to operate under the most vile conditions. Pick up the phone or send an email to your city council or your state legislator. Tell them you want retail sale bans, closed licensing loopholes, real inspections, and penalties that actually mean something. Above all, the next time you're ready to bring a dog into your life, walk into a shelter or rescue first. Somewhere tonight, a mother dog is in a cage she's never left. She will never get a say in what happens to her next, but you do. Ask the hard questions and make the call. Above all, choose a shelter. Because the only thing worse than a broken system is knowing about it and doing nothing at all. Thank you.